What is happening, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another edition of the Moneyline Madness podcast. Of course, I am joined by Andy B. Andy, what's happening, baby? How we feeling?
Oh, a lot's happening. Everybody's very into what's going on in the NBA right now. Obviously, we got the Super Bowl coming up in a few days. I'm sure we'll maybe get into that. We'll see. But I'm doing good. How are you doing, man?
I'm doing good, but I can't be doing as good as this guy right here, and that is Imain. I mean, wow. You know, what a series of events, this weekend.
I want to have a couple seconds with Imain just to
bro, like, you think about it. Think about his past, year. The Bengals with that run, and then they made the Super Bowl. Yeah, they lost, but Bengals are still the Bengals.
Yeah,
but I'm serious.
No, you're right.
He's seen such highs in the sports world between him and Double R, bro. They should be the ones hosting this. I don't even know what to say anymore. We're sitting here with the Mets and Yankees, failures.
Hey.
Double R's rooting for the Phils. They go to the World Series, rooting for the Eagles. They go to the Super Bowl. Jesus, bro.
101 wins was fun for me. I don't know.
Reaching the wild card game is a success for the Mets.
Well,
I forgot.
You're right, but I'm gonna give Imain just a warning, man. I've seen the Kyrie Irving experience, and I was, what's the word?
Firsthand.
I was taken away by the talent. Right? He's amazing. You know what you're getting into now. You've got no excuses, man. You got the Mavericks have no excuses. Nobody's letting nobody's letting the Nets go for what's happened to them. They knew what was happening too. So,
Mets.
Imain, I know you're happy, and I know you've had a good year. I personally look behind me. I've had a pretty good year too. Sports are fun.
Or college sports, I guess you could say. Yeah.
Hey, this team was in the finals, my man.
I don't know. I mean, I guess I was gonna say. I guess if I'm gonna say, Imain's team saw success, then you can too. Celtics, sure, because they weren't expected. They weren't expected there. I guess. But we got some stuff to talk about today. First things first, let's talk Super Bowl before we dive into the whole, shenanigans. Bring out Timmy Trumpet. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. You already.
It'll be coming.
Did somebody? That will be back.
That will be back.
Will be back. Don't you worry.
In good or bad ways.
That is true. I'm just glad we got Lucas some help. He was getting visibly frustrated. Yeah, that is a fact. And I mean, it's understandable. I just wish I was telling Andy B. Actually, I'll save this. We'll talk Super Bowl. We'll come back to our thoughts on the Lucas situation. So going into this Super Bowl, Andy, 1.5 point line here in favor of the Eagles. What do you feel is going to be the key for the game on both sides of the ball if the Eagles want to win this game and if the Chiefs want to pull out an upset?
Well, I mean, the Chiefs to me, they're playing. I mean, they're not the favorites, obviously, as you said, -1.5. But I think because of their experience and their pedigree, I'm looking at them as the team that I expect to win the game. Right? I said that when they first won.
Okay.
But I think the key is clear. Patrick Mahomes has to be 100%, which I still think he is. I think he looked pretty damn close to it the other day, and he was great. I think if Patrick Mahomes is Patrick Mahomes, they've got a really good shot to win the game. And if you're the Eagles, do exactly what you've been doing. Get to the quarterback and then just run around on teams. They're one of the most athletic teams I've ever seen. They got a quarterback who doesn't need to throw, and I know we talk about that as a bad thing. It's not. Jalen Hurts doesn't need to throw because they have 3 really solid running backs in the back.
Okay.
I'm sure we're going to talk more props on Sunday, but I mean, Kenneth Gainwell, you can get him at -18.5 right now in yards. I mean, man, he's probably going to go right through that. So, I mean, they've got 3 solid running backs. All they got to do is run around on that team, and it's going to be a good one. I said it's the best matchup possible. Well, it's going to be a close game. I think any other matchup probably would have been favored for the Eagles.
Heavily. I mean, I don't know. I thought the Bengals as well could have been a good matchup. I don't know if defensively they line up as well as the Chiefs.
They don't.
But, yeah, and I don't know, man. This injured Patty Mahomes stuff, I really hope he is as close to 100% as we could possibly see him, because I don't want to see him out there, one play, all of a sudden he has to pivot off that back foot, and the next thing you know, he's hobbling. That's what happened, during that Bengals game, so I just hope that's not the case on Sunday. I really think that if they want to see success, the Chiefs, they're going to have to run the ball with Isaiah Pacheco and Ronald Jones in kind of a tandem deal, to where these guys, I'm going to say it, I think you need 150 yards and a touchdown out of your backfield in that to win this game.
I'm with you. I think Isaiah Pacheco's kind of come out of nowhere, and I like that. Obviously, we've said it a million times, New Jersey guy. But I think, yeah, you're right. I think they do have to run a lot because, look, all around the Eagles' defense is good. You can't find me a weak spot on that defense. You can't find me a weak spot on that team.
Now, if there was a weaker spot, it would
be their
run
corner
defense.
Yeah.
I think it's the run defense as opposed to the pass rush because the pass rush is deadly.
No, the pass rush is
impossible. That's Patty Mahomes going to have to Patty Mahomes if he wants, to see some success there. But, what's going on, Mike? Appreciate you stopping by, bro. If Patty Mahomes wants to see success, in the passing game, he's just going to have to play his, his typical on-the-run type of vibe. But I think if they could get that run game going, it's going to make things a lot easier on him. If this ankle can't hold up, and we're going to see it on the first drive, that's what's going to be really interesting.
Yeah, did I say that? I said I think if I'm the Chiefs, I want the ball first.
You want the ball first? Why is that?
I want to test that ankle out right away.
Yeah, because if not,
teams are afraid
where do you
to do
pivot?
that.
Where do you pivot if he all of a sudden, is like, this is like it's bothering me a little bit?
Yeah, I want to know he's good, and I'm sure he is. But you're right. If you see the first drive, his ankle's not great, I got to come up with a plan. I got a defensive drive to go and do that.
Yeah.
I think I said that on here, but
I think Andy Reid's a good enough coach to make up for that too. Like, I think Andy Reid could game plan, and I think he definitely has been game planning in case Patrick Mahomes, gets hurt a little bit more. How can we still be in this game? Because you saw, even the 49ers, when they lost Brock Purdy, they were still in that game for a good, a quarter and a half?
It took the Eagles a while. It took them, so like the 1.5 minute mark of the half, before the half, before they even scored another touchdown, right? It was like, 14-7 and then 21-7 out of nowhere. The Eagles took a little while to step on their throats, and if they do that against the Chiefs, I don't think they ever will. I said that I think the Chiefs are the favorite in my head because their championship pedigree. I think this is going to be Andy Reid's last game. I think if he wins the Super Bowl, I said that. I think if they win, I think for sure it is. Just because I think he's 62. It's against the Eagles, his old team. It would be a nice cap to the end of his career.
Yeah, good
they have young guys. I think there's a reason Eric Bieniemy hasn't taken a job yet. I think he would be probably the leading candidate for that job. So,
okay.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of signs that point that way. I could be completely wrong. I have no sources. I don't know. But it just seems like it would be it would be an interesting way to go, and I think it would be probably the best way to go. I think there's just a lot of storylines to this game, and I like that.
There is a lot of storylines. The one that is over, we talked about this yesterday. Mike, we talked about this. The most used storyline has to be with the Kelseys, I just don't want to hear it anymore, bro. I don't care about the mom doing the coin toss. I don't care. Like, straight up, I don't like. It would be funny, the highlight of that coin toss would be if she tripped on the way out. I hate to say it, but that's just that I would laugh.
Did you see who is doing it? That's the only reason
I'm even interested in it. Who is doing it? No, who is?
Pat Tillman's wife.
There we go.
I like it better, right? Yep. It's a hero. It's a hero's wife. So
yep.
I get why it's a big deal. I don't think it's ever happened before that brothers have faced in the Super Bowl. I know for a fact that Manning's didn't do it. I guess the coaches did, the Harbaughs, but I think it's cool. But I don't think we need to make the game about the Kelseys. I love I love both of them. I think they're both hilarious. I don't know if you listen to their podcast. They are awesome.
Oh, they are hysterical. Yeah. They're not quite Moneyline Madness, but they're at.
No, they're all right.
I do think
my favorite
one bet that I was looking at was Travis Kelce anytimer, and then in addition taking the Chiefs +10. And I got that this morning at +115. I thought that was really interesting. I think this is going to be a close game. And Travis Kelce anytimer. Come on, -125.
I don't know if I've said it on here. I'm going to tease mine. My props on Sunday, they're going to get a little
shiesty?
A little wacky.
Okay. Well, we know we're saving our signatures.
What's up?
We're saving our signature, like Gatorade color, all that. We're saving that for as we get.
Yeah, that's a Sunday special. Yep. National anthem. We're still looking. I'm still looking to see what book we can get that on.
Yep. I really am interested. Maybe Rihanna halftime, if she pops a titty or not. That's going to be really appealing.
Dude,
to me.
I saw that one. Who had that one?
No, that was. I don't know who said that,
but
that had me. That had me dead for sure. And hey, as a fan, I'm hitting yes. It could be plus money. But if that cashes, if I cash plus money bet and a titty is popped, are you kidding me? Are you kidding? Come on, that's a dub. That's a W for everybody.
A lot of people are saying it.
They talk about America's team. That's America's team right there. The halftime show.
That's one thing America can get on the side of.
We could all get behind that. You may not be an Eagles fan, you may not be a Chiefs fan, but we're all Rihanna fans at the end.
I'm still so against her doing it though.
Really?
Am I
Why?
wrong? When was the last time Rihanna put out
Have you heard me? I mean, come on, I'm Team Riri all the way.
You seem to be a Rihanna guy. I'm not. I think they should have did somebody who's more recent. And the name's gonna make people laugh.
Come on,
the name's gonna make people pissed off. Rihanna's a model now, a very good one, but she's a like she hasn't put out music in 6 years. I wanted Jack Harlow so badly, and that's gonna make people like, oh my god,
that's fucking Jack Harlow.
He's a guy, man.
He's a guy. He's a guy. What are they gonna? Pete Davidson come out and do a halftime comedy show too?
What the hell was Pete Davidson doing at the Pro Bowl yesterday?
I saw that. That's what I mean. Like, what are we doing at this point? The Pro Bowl is or the Pro Bowl.
It's
Do we even want to talk about the Pro Bowl? That was that was horrible.
Did you see Eli? How furious he was?
Eli Manning?
No. Oh shit! It was Peyton. Peyton was furious at the kneel. If you haven't seen that, I recommend looking at that clip. He was like red, angry, furious. It was great. All-timer.
Rihanna hasn't put out music in years. That said, I'm all for a Rihanna halftime show. Exactly. Like, does she need to be like? These are classics. She throws on Umbrella. Right. You know, she comes out to that. She does like Rockstar or something. Bro, come on. We're lit. We're lit. This might be one of the first. Like last year, what was 50 Cent last year? That was It
was the 50 Cent, Snoop Dogg, Eminem.
Yeah, that was
Mary J. Blige, was that who it was? And
I think so. But I think Rihanna's gonna top that for sure.
Kendrick, but technically she did put out a song last year. It was with Black Panther, which was a great song, but she hasn't put out an album since 2016. So I thought they should go a little more recent since we went throwback last year. I'll never get my dream of a country singer being on it, but I think
you're lucky you got the anthem. Truthfully, that's how they do it. You know, like no, I mean, what more can you ask for than a national? Like that's like country music is national like pride. You know what I mean? Like I feel like that goes hand in hand. Right. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, you know what we didn't talk about, and I don't think we even mentioned it yesterday with the divide is Tom Brady's retirement. How nuts is that? Like he's done. Like this is the GOAT, and I feel like we haven't talked about it enough. I don't know.
He's leaving this year open. He was on Colin Cowherd before, and Colin Cowherd asked, "Is there even a 1% chance you're going to play?" He didn't deny it. He didn't say no, and he said that he was waiting until 2024 to start at Fox. What's he going to do in that year? I don't think he will. I don't think he has the idea of coming back and playing. It would be pretty funny if he did, but
I think he's plotting.
I mean, why don't we want to see her perform that song? That song's electric.
It's kind of sad, baby. Though. I mean, I don't know. It's pretty sad. I think she's gonna do it.
But let me set the scene. She comes in from the bottom. She's singing "Lift Me Up," right?
Wait, "Lift Me Up" in addition to like a Pat Tillman tribute.
Something of that nature.
Come on. I'm giving you an oop right here. I'm giving you an oop.
This is like when they put the SpongeBob. This is an alley oop. You just got to put it through.
That was tough. But all right. Anyways, any other Super Bowl bets you want a wrong environment? Yeah, I guess. I guess. You got to read the room a little bit. Super Bowl vibe, you know, everybody's hyped and stuff like that. I get it. But all right. So any other props that you were looking at before we dive into not tonight, but maybe Wednesday or Sunday morning, we'll dive into those.
Definitely.
Double platform, double R. He's back at it. What's happening, baby? Hope
Monday morning we will definitely go through the stupidest, craziest. Bets that we have.
Definitely.
Gatorade colors will be thrown out.
Yeah, I already have said, you know, I'm taking Hassan Reddick as my MVP.
You said that one already. I have not said mine, I don't think.
Okay, I'm still looking at that. Just as, I mean, the value has only gone down. And what does that mean? That means I'm more confident than ever in my bet. So, I don't know. We will definitely see, and we will most definitely be lit. And the one thing, like, I'm not rooting for the Eagles, but I'm rooting for a good game. So.
Oh, I am rooting for a very good game. I've not been shying away from it. I'm rooting for the Chiefs. I would love to see if the Eagles win. I'll be happy for Double R because he didn't get the Phillies, and trust me, I was so happy the Phillies didn't win. But I will tell you, I'm calling out of work regardless. So you got to build it in, man. I took off the day after the national championship. I didn't even give him the option for me calling out, man. That's what you got. You got to build it. You got to expect your team to be in it, man. Gotta have that vibe.
You know, I mean, I like it just in terms of value-wise. I brought it on Most Sports TV, and everyone was giving me a reason why it wouldn't hit. And you know what?
Because
they're even more confident.
Give me like if Jalen Hurts has the same exact game he had against San Francisco, he's not winning the MVP.
That's what I'm saying.
So if that happens again, you're right. It's it's a free for all.
It's anybody's game.
I still think Miles Sanders would have gotten it if it would have been there.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like Miles Sanders, like, and again, we could see a situation like that where Miles Sanders puts in a touchdown or, something of the sorts.
Well, he would take
But
multiple, I think, but yeah.
it would take more than one at that point. But I still feel like just those touchdowns in that game specifically just felt like garbage time. I don't know.
Yeah. If they happen in garbage time, I think we will know. The NFL's smart enough to give it to a defender if they're clearly garbage time touchdowns.
Yeah, I don't know if this is appropriate, but this is Tom Brady's newest venture coming up. I don't know if you guys have seen this. This is kind of insane.
Whoa.
This is a little TB12 OnlyFans action we're getting here. What this was crazy.
So
a crazy post by Tom Brady. By the way,
it was somebody in the Most Sports thing that they said he retired and immediately turned into AB. That's a better picture.
Wow, that's a great. Yeah, well, Brian Daboll, come on, that's timeless. But Malcolm Smith won a Super Bowl MVP. There you go.
That was an all-time Super Bowl too. Even though it was that was like the ugliest game possible. The fact that he won that.
Yeah, we got it. My bad.
Right?
TB12 nip slip. My bad. Anything can happen. That's a big fact. Anything like, and all I'm looking for, if I want this Reddick bet to cash, is something similar to Von Miller's game against
two.
Exactly, great. Bro. But like, if he gets one strip sack on Patty, which is even more realistic now that he's immobile essentially with this ankle, like he's not. I don't care what anybody says. Even if he's 85%, you're not running around of that same extent. The way you're normally.
Yeah, I'm not giving the Bengals defensive line the same love that I'm giving. The Eagles probably have the best pass rush in football, other than maybe the Bills when the Bills were completely healthy because they had Von Miller. But the Eagles are elite at that position. They're all older, but they're elite this season at that position. So.
And Reddick has been tearing through offensive lines. I mean, come on. You could double team him, but what are you going to leave? Fletcher Cox.
Yeah, really.
Like, come on. What are you going to leave? Josh Sweat. Come on. Then Ndamukong Suh comes in, and then Jordan Davis comes in. Like, there's just nowhere to go. Georgia product.
Back to back, baby. He's going to win.
Yeah. And the thing about the Eagles too, like. This kid, like Jordan Davis, drafted last year, right?
Yeah, first round.
I mean, come on, bro.
No tackle. He's young. He's coming in. He's going to be that guy for them.
Just waiting. Mahomes is really good under pressure, but I don't know. Like, you can only scramble so much. And Double R said it.
The greatest receiver of all time, Kadarius Toney, out there getting open for passes.
Injured, by the way. Still,
who's going to be playing though? I heard he's exact opposite of what I was hoping happened. I was hoping Kadarius Toney didn't play. Mecole Hardman did play. The opposite's going to happen. So Kadarius Toney's playing. Mecole Hardman's probably not.
Yeah.
They also activated Clyde Edwards-Helaire today. I don't know if that'll make a difference. Probably not, but that is another.
Everyone had their time to buy their Clyde stock, and that ship has sailed.
That stock tanked. It was like Odyssey. That shit.
It was pretty bad. I was never on the Clyde hype train. Fantasy-wise, I was always fading him. Even when he had, I think, a good 3-4 weeks,
his early season was like. His early rookie year was like okay.
It was solid, but it was never anything of, any type of rank. Yeah. Okay, let's move on because we're already about to hit a little 20 minutes, and I want to make sure that we talk some NBA.
Yeah.
Because there's so much football talk going on, and we're going to get to it. We still have a few days, and it was good in college. The stock, definitely that LSU stock was
I hated him in college, man.
He was a menace, but
broke Georgia's
heart in college
for a reason. Him and Burrow, man. Hated him.
That was a special offense. It's a special collegiate offense for sure. But okay, NBA drama. Let's talk about it.
There's NBA drama. What?
To the Mavericks. Kyrie Irving, Celtics legend, by the way. I don't know. Maybe not legend, but former Celtic. Andy, now what are your thoughts? Yeah, I hate my coach, Doc Rivers. Yeah, not much. That's probably the only thing holding Double R's sports fandom back whatsoever. Like, he could be on cloud 9 consistently forever if he just didn't have Doc Rivers. Doc Rivers is literally the only thing holding Philadelphia slightly back.
Even the Flyers, they're having a pretty solid year.
A good start to the season, for sure. For sure. And I mean, Temple basketball is playing really well,
I guess the one thing, the team that every year in Philly is like a guarantee is Villanova. They're not even going to make the tournament this year. That's the one, wow. And I don't even know if Philadelphia really claims them.
Yeah, I don't think. I feel like the state of Pennsylvania claims them, but it's not like Philly.
I think that's more Temple. Temple might make the tournament as well. So
Temple might make the tournament. That would be an interesting team to watch because they're not great, but I could see them
they
making
can
a little
pull
bit of a Cinderella.
They played Houston tough yesterday. Yeah.
Okay. Let's talk about it. Kyrie Irving traded to the Dallas Mavericks. Dorian Finney-Smith, Spencer Dinwiddie. first round pick, second round pick.
Yeah.
Is that a good trade package for the Brooklyn Nets to accept in exchange for Kyrie?
No, I think they could have done a lot better. I had my plans to we were going to come on today and go through a bunch of them. I had no idea they were going to make that deal on a Sunday. I had offers that I had planned from Dallas. I had one, which it was a lot more than they actually gave up. And I'll just give you that one for specific. I had Tim Hardaway, 2 firsts, and Maxi Kleber going to Brooklyn for Kyrie and Nicholas Claxton. They didn't even give up that much for just Kyrie.
Yep.
So.
Yep.
Yeah.
And Mavs absolutely won the trade. Joe said trade Kyrie anywhere but LA. Brooklyn does have no leverage, and that was tough. That was really the hard
That's why
thing.
I thought they'd throw in Nicholas Claxton.
I
that
mean,
gives them a little bit of value.
I think they absolutely. I was going to hint at that earlier. I think Nicholas Claxton would have made the Mavericks one of the best teams in the West. I think they still are a contender in the West, but I think that would have bolstered them, especially defensively in the paint. They're really just missing that type of rim protection right now. I mean, you look, they have shooters everywhere. You know, if they could go and get maybe they add Grayson Allen or somebody, Jay Crowder. I know that they're in talks with Phoenix for him. Add somebody 3-and-D type of guy to help out your backcourt a little bit.
Yeah.
But other than that, it's really just a big man with rim protection that they need, and things would have taken off. You got Markieff Morris. He ain't
another
Marcus,
kind of guy who could sit in the corner and shoot, but like
it ain't Marcus. If Marcus,
you
guys
Marcus
got Marcus. Marcus is a dog. New York Knicks legend Marcus Morris got us a first-round pick.
1 year, right?
So,
1 year,
hey, bro, that's all it takes sometimes.
Yeah.
You flip him for a first, and that first turned into Emmanuel quickly. So, like,
yeah, there you go.
Come on.
I'm with you though. I thought that's why I had Claxton in pretty much every deal that I had set up. I had one with the Kings. That was never going to happen. With the Suns, I guess they asked the Suns for a hell of a lot more than they actually got.
Yeah.
And look, you can hold grudges. I never wanted them to trade him to the Lakers because you don't want Kyrie to get what he wanted. I get it. I'm cool with the pettiness, Josiah. That's awesome. All right, don't give him what he wants.
Yeah.
But the Phoenix offer was really good. It would have kept you in contention this year. Would have gotten you a point guard who obviously is nowhere near as good as Kyrie. Would have given you salary cap relief for next year. It would have put you in position to still be a 4 or 5 seed in the East. Instead, they're probably looking at the 6-7, falling back a little bit. And I thought that was the situation where the Suns deal would have made them really good and given them more picks for the future. Asking for 3 first-round picks for Kyrie Irving was asinine from the beginning. There was no shot that was ever
Not
happening.
when you have no leverage.
You have none. I mean, that's why I said they had to add somebody who added leverage. They decided not to do that. Instead, they just did a salary filler in Markieff Morris. Didn't love the idea of that, but look, you make the deal you make. I thought they did the worst they possibly could have done in comparison to the deals we've heard about. We've heard about the Lakers one that was never happening. The Lakers giving up Austin Reeves wouldn't have scared me at all, but he was never going to the Lakers.
The Lakers are so stupid, aren't they? Like, I mean, I guess that it's not their fault because Sai wasn't gonna.
No, he was never doing
anything with them. But I mean, man, I love seeing the Lakers they bought all in for this LeBron, story, and they're gonna get just one bubble championship out of it.
I said something. I was thinking about this yesterday. Like, in my preparation, I was thinking like, that would have probably extended the Lakers' window. Yes, like,
oh yeah,
LeBron
Kyrie.
For 2 years, you still got AD and Kyrie for 4.
Yep.
Like,
but the thing was, they didn't want to
it.
commit to Kyrie more than that 2 years. Now, this brings up another question.
Deal.
Yeah, he does. Before we get to even what Double R is saying, does Kyrie Irving sign an extension with Dallas?
I think he has to. Look, he's going to have his time there to prove to them that, hey, he's going to be on his best behavior until the season ends. You better believe that. He's going to be perfect little Kyrie like he was early in his Boston tenure.
He's going to go visit some Dallas elementary school and
he'll
put
be
on
a
the
good
little
guy.
PR show.
Yeah, he'll get his extension, probably 3 years, max money, whatever they need to do. And then next year probably or the year after, you'll see something happen. Look, I don't think Kyrie can change. I think he is who he is, and I think he should stay who he is. I don't think anybody should change for anybody. I don't think he's done anything except obviously the one situation this year, which was really bad. He's never done anything to harm anybody, and I'll give him that. But that's like the bar, and that's not good that's the bar. Like,
he's done nothing bad except for the one extremely bad thing.
Bad. No, the one bad was real bad.
Listen.
But in terms of all the other stuff, a lot of the locker room stuff, look, we all knew he was a bad locker room guy.
Yeah,
all
but,
know.
but listen, you could build a million bridges. A million. You could go and build a
aren't
bridge
all
in
of them.
every city. And if you just go and you suck one penis, you're a dick sucker and you're not a bridge builder. And that's exactly what Kyrie Irving did. He's been getting buckets for years, buckets and buckets. He's a great point guard. But you go and you make one comment like that, you're no longer a basketball player to me. You're an anti-Semite. And that's really what Kyrie Irving is.
I thought, obviously, look, I kind of blew past it because of my point, but yeah, what he did was terrible and that was horrible, and that was a bad guy thing to do. And the fact that the bar was not harming anybody physically, you're right. But I think he's right. Mark Cuban is probably the perfect person to match up with Kyrie. Mark Cuban's not getting beat in any negotiation. He's not getting beat in any argument, debate. Mark Cuban's a guy. Like he's gonna kill it. He's gonna
Double R. That was probably the good, like the appropriate response. But that I don't know what pause. That was the first thing on my mind. That like I don't know. That's my bad. That's my bad.
For
sure.
clips, the apple would have been better. But honestly, for my laughter, I loved it.
There we go. All right, but. I mean, yeah, Mark Cuban, there's no other owner in the NBA that's really player involved the way Mark Cuban is. So if there was one guy, I agree. He's the perfect person. Yeah. I mean, you go around the league, there's no other owner that really connects with his players on the level that Mark Cuban does. And, you know, he's always courtside for every home game. He's always talking with the players. Like, Luka?
Doesn't have an extension yet.
No, he does not. He does not.
That's something to watch because...
You know what?
I'm thinking Kyrie is putting a hand grenade into the bunker and hoping it doesn't blow up. Like
exactly. So if I'm the New York Knicks, I'm definitely monitoring the Luka situation.
Of course they are.
Hey, well, he was a Knicks fan growing up. Come on.
The KD thing, man.
It does. It does. And we could talk about Kevin Durant. What are your thoughts now on what KD does? Because he's kind of just stuck in Brooklyn.
He's got to get out. I mean, he's got to fight his way out of there. If it worked for Harden, KD's a better player. It worked for Kyrie. KD's a better player. It's got to work for KD, right? Like, you've got to go to him and be like, look, I respect you. I respect you, Sean Marks. I respect you, Josiah. But you cave to all the other guys. I've helped you more. Get me out of here, and I'll get you more value. Look, the main team that's brought up is on my shirt right now. They've been brought up on KD since I was in 6th grade. He has been my dream guy, the guy that I wanted on my team. I'm still with it. Get that guy in Boston. I get everybody's reluctance to trade Jaylen Brown. Look, Jaylen Brown doesn't have a contract past next year, and we don't know that he's committed. KD's got a deal till he's 38, and he does not look like he's slowing down. Now, he's been hurt a little bit, but you can manage.
Achilles injury was a red flag, but
he's still him. June. All you need is KD in June. That's all I need. Yep. So I get it. People don't love giving up a 24-year-old for a 34-year-old. Look,
are you giving up Jaylen Brown in that
I'm
sense?
giving up Jaylen. Like, come on. You've got to go. Like, Jaylen Brown, I love Jaylen Brown. He's one of my favorite players other than Jason Tatum, obviously.
But let's win right now.
Well, we got to, like, you haven't won it yet, and you've got to win one before you can talk about how young he's got. Like, sooner or later, what if Jaylen Brown's 28? We still haven't won yet. You're going to pass on KD? No other Kevin Durants are going to be available anytime soon. Giannis ain't going anywhere. We talked about Luka. Maybe he's going somewhere. But even by then, Jaylen Brown's not getting you that.
Yeah.
Give him Jaylen Brown. I'm cool giving him Peyton Pritchard and maybe Grant Williams too. I'm cool doing those types of deals. You got to get a title, man. We can't keep talking about Banner 18 as if it's already up there. It's not.
Yeah.
You've got to make it happen. So, yeah, I'm making that deal, and I love Jaylen Brown, and I hope he goes, and if they do this deal, that he succeeds in Brooklyn. And you might not love the fit with KD, but look, if I got a shot to put Jason Tatum and KD on the floor together, I have to do it.
You have to do it. You have to do it. What's happening, Vice? Appreciate you stopping by. Take a Chiefs for the win. Okay. We're going to be talking a little bit more later in the week about our actual Super Bowl pick, dropping some number predictions, everything like that.
I'll have an exact number.
Yeah. Oh, no, we're going to be given a score. And absolutely. Absolutely. It's really interesting because obviously as a Knicks fan, I'm sitting here with a ton of assets and really nothing to show for it. I really think the Knicks should just call across town and see what the price tag is.
I think there's no shot.
I don't think there is either.
I don't think they can do it.
I think a smart thing to do would to at least be, I mean, you have the most assets aside from the Celtics and including Jaylen Brown. Like, that's the only deal that beats us, right?
Yes.
That's it.
There's
Why
no
not give him a call? Bro, at this point, if you could pair Jalen Brunson with Kevin Durant, with Julius Randle as well, I'm giving you RJ Barrett, Obi Toppin, and 4 first-round picks. I don't care. At this point, you're not winning a championship with these guys. I mean, I don't know. You're not playing Obi Toppin more than 19 minutes a game.
You can talk about the Warriors dynasty was great. You're right. They did draft Clay. They did draft Steph. They did draft Draymond. What turned them into a dynasty?
Making the big
move. The Raptors, why'd they win? They made the big move.
Even if it's for 1 year, bro.
Man?
Even if it's for 1 year. I don't care. Double R, you said it. You got to at least do your due diligence and make the call.
The Lakers, how'd they win? Even though it was the bubble and we all looked at it badly.
Bron.
They made the big. They got Bron. They didn't build. They got rid of Lonzo. They got rid of Brandon Ingram. They look like dummies, right, for giving up Brandon Ingram. We all say it now. But they got their title. Like
They did.
You've got to be willing. Like the Boston Celtics, since I've been in 8th grade, always been holding on to their assets. And I love Jaylen Brown. I said that. I love him. He's a great player, great to watch. You can't keep holding on to assets and praying that they work and it all goes together. They had a shot last year. Looked like they were going to go up 3-1 in the finals. It didn't happen.
Yeah.
You have to make things happen in the NBA. I hope Brad Stevens understands that. He seems like a smart guy. That's why I came on here and I was really adamant about I think KD to the Celtics should have happened years ago when he went to the Warriors, but make it happen now.
Yeah. I agree. And Double R says KD to the Heat. I might throw up if that happens.
What are they going to give up? Duncan Robinson?
Yeah. They refuse to part with Bam or Jimmy, and I don't think Hero is enough. I'm sorry. I know that's your guy. He ain't JB. He ain't JB, and that's really what it comes.
I gotta say, you almost got the funniest call if Tyler Hero hit that shot when you were at the game the other day.
Oh yeah, I'm sure, but come on.
But he didn't make it.
Players make big time plays. Tyler not ready for that.
It hit our over that
garden moment. We did. Oh yeah, we smacked some bets. I went 2-0 that night. I got to see Julius Randle cash us.
I've been really good at going 1-on-1, so
it happens. I was really excited, and I said to my girlfriend, we were there, Julius Randle hit 4 3-pointers in the first quarter. I was like, this doesn't happen. And she was like, what do you mean? I was like, Julius Randle 4 3-pointers in a quarter? That's not what is this game?
Julius Randle 4 3-pointers.
Yeah, exactly. So I was shook.
Yeah.
And he had a great game. I didn't get to see Brunson, unfortunately, but Randall took over.
You were probably on your way to the game and saw that?
Yeah, I was actually at the Garden, and my friend Khan had called me, and he said that he wasn't playing. But you know what? I saw a Randall Classic. I can't be too mad.
You're right. I was on my way to a Mets game once, and Dom Smith was my favorite player at one point. You can laugh at that if you want. He was my guy. I had watched him drafted and everything. I love Dom Smith. And on our way to the game, we're on the sub or on the train or whatever. I don't take the subway. It's disgusting. We were on the train and I see that Dom Smith's not playing. I was heartbroken.
Yeah, that's tough. That was tough. But
it doesn't compare.
I will be back. I will be back to see. And I did get to see Jalen Brunson. I went to Knicks Magic earlier in the season, so I got to see Brunson play then. I mean,
and you got to see Tyler Hero. So.
I did get to see Tyler Hero that night, and I saw Jimmy, Bam, all that. Got to see Kyle Lowry put up 0 points, 0 assists, 0 rebounds, and then not play the entire fourth quarter. So, Kyle Lowry, shout out to you for your ultimate ski mask. Because you're on a max contract and you just get to sit there with these thick jiggling yams and doing absolutely nothing.
Oh yeah.
Bro, I'm not even kidding you. He came out for warm-ups and this guy has a wagon. A wagon, bro. Yeah. And the thing is, when he shoots a jump shot, bro, he'll jump and his ass is of such circumference that it leaves the ground a split second after he does.
There are so many pauses going on right now.
No, it's a big pause, but it's insane. Kyle Lowry, I need to see this guy. If he's not going to be an NBA player anymore, he needs to go power lift and hit some squats because he can absolutely be in the next Olympics as something of the sorts in the weightlifting department. I mean, if that's just natural, thickness, you got to take advantage of that. I agree. That's all I have to say.
That's the big takeaway from the game.
That was my big.
You said you were gonna hit a game.
Yeah, I got some picks for tonight. I am gonna be taking Shai Gilgeous-Alexander tonight, going up against the Golden State Warriors. Obviously, the Warriors played the other night and they lost Steph and Draymond. So I'm taking SGA over 44.5 PRA, points, rebounds, and assists. The last time they played the other night, he got this very easily, 36 points, 7 rebounds, 6 assists. So I'm looking for another game like that. I mean, the guy's just been unstoppable. And in a game like this where they don't have their best players, it's just going to be points back and forth. We see this a lot with these West Coast teams. They just run and gun, especially when you have injuries like that. So I like SGA over 44.5 PRA tonight.
Yeah, I'm gonna stick with our little Nets theme we got going on. The Nets are gonna be playing tonight without KD, I believe, without Kyrie. They didn't get any of their guys. Obviously, they're not gonna get Dorian Finney-Smith or any like that. But yet, so you're basically looking at a Nicholas Claxton game, maybe. So I've got Clippers minus 8.5. I think the Nets a lot of disappointment, obviously, with how this is going.
What about Cam Thomas? That could be an intriguing.
Night, right?
He did, and he's a bucket. Cam Thomas, I have to give Brooklyn some respect there. That's a great draft pick. He is a bucket getter, and that's all he does.
He's finally going to get his time, too,
he's going to get burned. So, yeah, I think Cam Thomas, if you want to
he's been taking it on the chin this last year, too. Like, they left him out of that Duke picture, right, or something like that. Like, he's been taking it on the chin a lot because he's not playing as much, but he's going to get his burn. I agree he deserves it, too.
SGA first-time All-Star, well-deserved. Somebody that I would have loved the Knicks to have called about over the summer, but I think now that they let him play a few months, the price tag is just going to be astronomical, and I don't think he's going anywhere, unfortunately. But yeah, Griffey had waved at you. That's absolutely electric.
Dude, I think about Isaiah Thomas look at me one time, and I was like, oh.
I was just gonna say I went to the Knicks playoff game, like an only similar occurrence. I did get to meet like the Ball brothers and LeVar and all that, but at a game, at the Knicks playoff game, Alfred Payton gave me one of those. So
are you a go up and get an autograph, go up and say hi kind of guy? I'm not. So
not at this age. Not at this age. That's kind of a pick me sort of. I don't know. That's a little sus. I mean, if I was there, like, I don't know. It depends. It probably depends because if when
I go to Mets games, people always wait at the thing for the guys, and I'm seeing like 25-year-olds. Like I'm like,
don't get me wrong. Like I'm never too cool to admire my favorite player.
No.
But how about I get an autograph when they come on Moneyline Madness instead of me begging for one at the game?
Damn right. Let's talk to him.
Let's do that.
Let's have an interview, Francisco Lindor, instead of me coming for an autograph.
No, you coach JV at Chino Hills during the Ball era? That's crazy. That is crazy. I remember watching, Lonzo in high school. I think it was Oprah Side. If anyone in chat is familiar with Oprah Side's reactions on YouTube, you're a real one. He reacted to Lonzo Ball's high school mixtape, and I thought it was insane. I thought it was amazing. I went and I purchased his LSU jersey before he even, when he committed, they brought him out on the 8th grade. Or UCLA, I'm sorry. UCLA jersey. I went on the 8th grade and bought that instantly. I love Lonzo. Like I said, I got to meet LeVar and whatnot. They were really cool. Got a little shirt signed by all the Ball family. Yeah. Great guys.
One of the best college basketball. I rarely get into what my best games are. One of the best college basketball games I ever watched was Lonzo and UCLA against Kentucky. That Malik Monk team. And that game,
yes, dude.
UCLA won that game. Malik Monk, bro.
Malik Monk went crazy, bro. I wanted him on the Knicks so bad just from that game. That
Kentucky team, actually, I thought was going to win a national title. Then I saw they got Lonzo in the second round, and I was like, nah, they're not doing it. Because that Lonzo Ball team, I think that was the team right before Aaron Holiday. So that was just the Lonzo and the UCLA team. I don't remember who the big man was, but that team was so good.
Yeah, they were.
Rarely remember teams like that in college, exact teams. I remember that UCLA team. I watched every game.
That game against Oregon when Lonzo pulled up from near the O.
He was,
man.
You talk about disappointing. The fact that his father was the way it was kind of ruined him for me, but because I just freaking loved watching the guy playing college.
Yeah. I gotta give LeVar his respect. He did a great job to me when I had met him. He shook my hand and he entirely engulfed I'm a big guy. I got a decent sized hand. I like to think my hands are,
not
of decent stature. But LeVar felt like I was putting on a baseball glove. His hands were that big, and ever since that day, I think he could beat Jordan in a 1v1. I don't know. Discussion for a later time. But all right, you got any more picks you want to dish out?
I'm gonna a quick hit. Kansas is playing dog dookie lately. I've been literally betting on them like crazy because I keep thinking they're gonna figure it out. Now that I'm saying this, they're gonna figure it out tonight. Now that I'm
Tennessee,
Texas Moneyline plus 158 at Kansas. Kansas, like I said, they're playing badly. Texas looks like a top 5 team again, even with a new coach. They look like a good team. As we get closer to March, a lot more of these games are going to matter. When we get to conference championship week, you're going to be following me. I'm doing like a tournament thing with my guys.
Fire.
Sure, we'll have Brendan on.
Hell yeah.
It's getting real. I was watching a Florida-Kentucky game. I am hyped for March Madness. So let's go.
Let's get it.
Hell
I'm definitely going to start diving in a little bit more into the college stuff. Been doing a lot
UNC's
of NBA.
going through it right now. Definitely going through it.
The UNC definitely is.
They're going to sneak into the tournament, though. Don't let anybody tell you differently.
No, they'll definitely find their way.
They give UNC a lot more than they should have been like an 11 seed last year.
Yeah, what were they, like 8?
Yeah, they were an 8 seed. They would deserve like an 11.
Yeah. All right. Tonight, I'm taking Ivica Zubac over 10.5 rebounds, going up against the Brooklyn Nets and your guy in Claxton. Yeah, that definitely is some sports politics.
Yeah, that's
for sure. That's like Bama, you know, that same type of thing. But I'm taking Zubac over 10.5. Last 3 games, he's put up 12 plus. So I really like him to get 11 tonight. And like we're talking about, like Claxton's going to be under a lot of physical workload on the offensive and defensive side. You know, being that they don't have Kyrie anymore, it's going to be a big task for him to be the main guy of that offense. So. I mean, I really think that Zubac is going to be in the paint, kind of not dominating the glass, but I think he's going to have himself a solid game. They're going to be really worried about, obviously, Kawhi and PG. So I'm not sure if Kawhi might be on load management. I'm not 100%, but yeah, still taking Zubac regardless. Yeah. He's a glass cleaner. So
love that. I might have mixed up the names. I'm thinking now. Lonzo, did he go up against Malik Monk or was it De'Aaron Fox?
Well, it was that same. They were on the same
team. On the same team?
It was Malik, Fox, and Bam. And I don't know if you remember, but they cried in the locker room afterwards.
Dude, that
viral video came out.
Because it was, when they were like, was it that was crying?
I love my brothers,
in my head.
That was Bam.
It De'Aaron Fox?
Crying? No, it was, well, okay. All of them were crying, but there's the one video, De'Aaron Fox was like crying on Bam. And they were both they were getting interviewed, something like that. That was, I definitely felt bad, but I literally was sitting there like, yo, I need one of you to be a Nick. One, and none of them did. So.
Yeah, and you wanted the worst one, it sounds like.
What, Malik?
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually did. Well, no, I wanted Fox, right? Fox was my first pick, and like throughout the season, Malik had that game, and I was like, maybe Fox? I believe he went 5.
Was that's the Jaylen Brown year? Now that I'm thinking about it.
Yeah, I believe so.
No. That's the Tatum year. That's Tatum. Tatum went 3.
That is Tatum went 3. Fox, I believe, went 5.
Yeah. You're right.
Monk somewhere in there as well.
Jackson went 4. No. Justin Jackson.
Jackson. Wow, talk about a bust.
No, I got the name right. Josh Jackson from Kansas went 4, bro.
Justin Jackson was also picked by the Kings in that draft, though.
Yeah.
I believe so.
Yeah. I messed up the name again. But
you know, everything aside. I did like all 3 of those guys, and none of them became Knicks. So,
but Bam became the best one, and I did not see that coming.
Yeah,
for him.
Yeah, good.
On Calipari, you.
Yeah, I mean, all right. One more pick for me. I'm taking Domantas Sabonis tonight over 20.5 points going up against the Rockets. I mean, look on that Rockets roster and ask or tell me anybody who's going to be able to stop Sabonis on the offensive side of the ball. So yeah, that is true. I mean, they got handsome Jalen Green over there, but that's really it. Who drafts worse, the Kings or the Bears? I don't know. I mean, Fox was on a platter for him. That's the thing. Like
the Kings have had a few hits. Like De'Aaron's a hit, right?
Yeah, I guess you could count.
Buddy Hield was a hit. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, a couple. I'll go Bears just because.
I'll go Bears are worst as well.
We'll never live that down.
Yeah, it happens. But yeah, you got anything else you want to
shed
light on for tonight?
There's a lot of clips could be coming from this. Watch on our TikToks and our Instagrams, man.
Yeah, guys, make sure you follow Mo Sports on all platforms. We really appreciate any support.
Oh yeah.
It means a lot to us, and it actually does way more than you guys know. Like every like, every comment, everything means a ton to us. Not just personally, obviously personally, but for the Instagram, the social media algorithms, the interaction really does go a long way. So we appreciate you guys. I mean, Double R, you guys that go out of your way. We can't show enough love for you guys. So thank you guys for tuning in. Vice, we appreciate you tapping in. My boy Flanders, thank you for coming as well. And of course, shout out to Mama Brucato for tapping by with the good Chiefs. So yeah, thank you guys for tuning in. We'll catch you guys tomorrow night, Mo Sports TV. We're going to be talking Super Bowl, all that type of stuff, the good bets, everything. We're going to be getting the boys.
We're creeping a little bit to MLB talk too.
Yeah, we definitely. It's going to be coming up very, very shortly. You know, before we know it, we're going to have that little dry few weeks before baseball, and we're going to be talking World Baseball Classic. You know, March Madness as well. Maybe some season predictions, win predictions, all that type of stuff. So. Yeah, definitely going to be diving in. And Andy B will be making an appearance on Most Sports TV.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I'm very, very serious about the fact that when Simo and Ed are on vacation, that you guys got to come and we'll do an episode.
Oh, so, I'm definitely going to.
Let me know, boys. Double R, I mean, you know, we could get shit popping. But thank you guys for tuning in anyways. We will catch you guys, like I said, tomorrow night, Most Sports TV. Wednesday night, Moneyline Madness will be back. And other than that, hope you guys have a good night. Enjoy these games. And, yeah. That's going to do it for us. Peace.
Oh, yeah.